Well, Matt, congratulations on the new job. Or the old job continuing? Was it an easy decision for you?
Yeah, very much so. I think the way that guys responded last year. I think you can always that gives you as coach an idea of if you're on the right track, I suppose, and the way that the guys supported us and worked and their work ethic last year. And I guess we showed some improvement in the championship and one day tournament. So to see that, and then obviously to agree with the deal, it's obviously taken a while since the end of the season, but got a big rectified up top, and delighted that got unanimous support.
It's more or less the same squad going forward. How convinced are you that you can build on what you've achieved this season?
I think, look, there's going to be a period of transition. There's no doubt in the over 3-year tenure. We've got some bowlers coming towards the end, but they can, as they showed this year, they can still perform highly. So about looking after them and keeping them as fit as possible, as well as developing our younger talent to make sure they're up to scratch to take over.
And you said at the end of the season that you've been asked to apply for one or two other things. Was it an easy decision to stay here in the end?
Yeah, look, I live 8 miles away. It's a great place to work. I love the club. It's part of me. Got a long history here, so to try and help it regain first division status in the county championship, and obviously try and bring some more silverware. That's the goal over the next 3 years.
Talking to Chris Cook about your coaching style, he said you knew what you wanted, but you were a calm and chilled presence in the dressing room. Would that be fair, do you think?
I think I learned from probably one of the Grand Masters at that in Duncan Fletcher. You could never tell whether the side was winning or losing by looking at the coach. I think that's a big tell, really. If you get too emotional, show that you're too emotional. We all feel the emotion, no doubt about it, but it's trying to keep a poker face, I guess, at times, so you don't give your true feelings away too often in the dressing room. Otherwise, the players, things aren't going so well, and you're edgy as a coach, that will just rub off on the players. And so that's something I've really kind of tried to work on over the years as coach, trying to remain as calm as possible. And if that's the feedback from the players, then that's great.
Looking at the championship in particular, do you think Glamorgan can go one or two places better than last season, and the possibility of challenging for promotion again?
Yeah, look, we had a real good start to the campaign and probably failed in the last 5 games to achieve our goals. But overall, we had a decent campaign, so there's plenty to build on there. We missed someone like Kieran Bull, who, obviously a spin option. It's a big thing in, especially Div 1. But the wickets here at Sapphire Gardens this year were terrific, and full credit to Robin and his staff for producing such good wickets. That spun a little on day 3 and a little bit more on day 4, but unfortunately we didn't have a frontline spinner in Kieran with his injury to take advantage of that. So look, it's an area that hopefully he'll get fit during the course, and he'll just add. I was delighted the way Andrew Salter actually came about this year. It was a tough year for him. Got a lot of confidence through the T20 campaign and bowled nicely when he did get his opportunity in the first team. So I think that's really healthy for us going forward, that we have a couple of guys really pushing for that spot. I think, as I said, Andrew Salter's come on a lot with his spin bowling, with his discipline to bowl 4-day in a 4-day manner rather than the shorter format, but his control seemed better. So if you can build on that, you can really push hard for a place next year.
And T20 obviously was the problem last year.
Yeah, it was. We didn't get enough runs throughout the competition, and that hurt us badly. And when we did, on the 2 occasions that we did, we managed obviously to draw one of those games, which you'd expect 9 times out of 10 you win, and obviously won the last one. But I think it shows with some of our younger players coming in at the back end of the competition, that no fear element, just go out and execute your skills. It's amazing what can happen. And we didn't have a good start in the comp, and then it's hard. But what I was delighted about was the attitude of the players throughout the competition. Not once did they drop their heads. Not once were they. We had a couple of average days in the T20 in the field, but more often than not, we were right on the mark. And that's what we want. We know that if we work hard and train hard, and play hard, the results will eventually come.
And the difference, of course, with the 2020 season, that's the year 2020, is the addition of the 100 comp and the Welsh Fire. How do you see all that changing the county schedule and the way you have to approach things?
Not a great deal, to be honest, because obviously the T20 is going to be played in a block prior to the 100, and the Royal London One Day Cup, the 50 over competition, is going to be played in conjunction with the 100 ball. So there's still going to be blocks of white ball and red ball cricket. So from that kind of format, that's not going to change. We've just got to make sure we can transition better as a team from one format to another. And it caught us out a little bit in the T20. We were a bit slow off the mark after the T20 competition, getting back into the 4-day stuff. That's something we have to be aware of going forward.
Captaincy, where are you on that issue? Could have 3 different captains if things, depending on how the way things pan out. What are your thoughts on the captaincy across the 3 comps?
Well, again, that's something I'll have to speak to Mark about, but I really enjoyed working both with David Lloyd last year, who stood in for Chris Cook when he got injured, and obviously Cookie as well. And for my mind, they're the individuals who can lead the team on the field throughout the season. But obviously Colin has been white ball captain for the last couple of years, so that's something that Mark and I need to discuss and sit down.